Next on WoodSongs, it's the Hackensaw Boys and Gary Biscuit Davis.
I may look like a city slicker shining up through my shoes. Underneath I'm just a banjo picker picking out a mess of blues.
We caught broke, monkey choke, and we all went to heaven on a billy goat. On my soul got cold. I got sick and tired of waiting on another go. Bangs and bruised, we're gonna cruise on a river of lights we cruise.
The television broadcast of WoodSongs All-Time Radio Hour is made possible in part by the Lexington Convention and Visitors Bureau, providing information to families, conventions and vacationers to visit the horse farms, bourbon trails and music of Lexington and Central Kentucky. Online at visitlex.com. C.F. Martin and Company, makers of handcrafted American-made Martin guitars since 1833. American Recordable Media, manufacturing CDs, DVD, and more for independent artists worldwide. Insight Communications, providers of cable, telephone, high-definition television, and broadband internet service.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride, his name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Bruce Hornsby. Hi, this is Kevin Moe.
Hey folks, this is Bela Fleck.
Hi folks, this is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer, author, and tree hugger, Michael Jonathan.
Hair of gold and eyes like stars shine like diamonds on my heart. You are love and earth to me, so flowers I will give to thee. The morning sun like marigolds I shall give for you to hold. All my love and loyalty are in these flowers I give to thee. I will give you roses red and pick for you a flower bed, a living crimson tapestry, flowers I shall give to thee. I hope the nighttime stars that shine give you rest and peace of mind. And in the morning light you'll see a world of flowers I give to thee. I will give you roses red and pick for you a flower bed, a living crimson tapestry, flowers I shall give to thee.
And welcome to the historic Kentucky Theater. Here we are in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're at the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city of the magnificent Appalachian Mountains, where so much of this great art and music and passion does happen, and it's spread all over the world, bluegrass and old-time music. And that is sort of the theme of tonight's show. We look at this world of folk music, this grassroots music, as a beautiful, wonderful, precious diamond. And like a diamond, it has many, many different facets to it. It's folk and blues and bluegrass, country, Celtic, old-timey, new singer-songwriters, sometimes classical, sometimes opera, sometimes even rock and roll. We celebrate all of that here on this stage because we found if you ignore one facet of that musical diamond, you've sort of decimated the true value of this beautiful, beautiful musical gem. So artists come from all over the world to be on our stage, and we say it every single week, and we mean it. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good. And we've got two artists to present to you. They've got some great music, and we're sort of celebrating old-time music. We're celebrating the front porch. Remember front porches on houses? They used to have front porches on houses where people would gather and neighbors would get to know neighbors, and in the evening time they would pick their guitars and their mandolins and their fiddles, and it would be their entertainment, and it would all happen on the front porch. Well, today we're turning WoodSongs into a front porch, a very dynamic, powerful front porch, and we've got some great old-time style of music to present to you. Our first artist is one of America's only multi-champion banjo players. He's spent years and years in association with Dolly Parton and Dollywood out there, and he's one of the finest musical entrepreneurs in North America. And we're very glad that he could be here. He's going to perform the banjo solo. I want you to really check this guy out. He's got a great CD called Wild Oats, and this is a tune that Ricky Skaggs fans are going to be familiar with. It's called Country Boy. Please welcome our friend Gary Biscuit Davis to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I may look like a city slicker shining up through my shoes. Underneath I'm this day banjo picker, picking out a mess of blues. Show me where I start, find a horse and cart. I'm just a country boy and heart. I may look like a bank teller, pushing facts in a file. Underneath I'm just a hog collar, chewing cut on the style. Show me where I start, find the horse and cart. I'm just a country boy and heart.
Gary Biscuit Davis from his CD Wild Oats. Gary, it's nice to have you back on the show. First time on the show. What am I saying back? I've known you for so long, it feels like you're back.
Well, thank you.
You started playing when you were just a kid, and it was your dad that helped introduce you to the banjo. You were like 9 or 10 years old?
Exactly. He was going to some jam sessions once, like a first Friday kind of thing, and it was kind of uncharacteristic for him to be gone from the house. And I finally got curious. Mom, where's Dad going? We all go together when we go. You won't like that music, son. You don't want to hear that. I was playing baseball and football, and finally he said, okay, I'll take you. And got me a banjo for my 10th birthday, and that's all I've ever done.
What was it about the banjo that just fascinated you as a little 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy?
Well, the way I describe it, it's like getting to go to a big race, a car race or something, or going to the
well,
Kentucky.
the way you play the way you play the thing, absolutely, it's like going to a race.
Well, that's what I related it to, was the speed and the intensity of it. It just like sucked me in. It's like I was standing right beside the fastest race car in the world, and I could touch it and be right there with it, and it consumed me.
So how did you start playing? At 11 years old, the banjo's about as big as you are. So, I mean, how did you start playing the banjo? What roles were you working on?
Well, like you said, the roles are the most important thing. There was a guy named Freddie Sullivan, Ed Brown, Freddie Sullivan, Bobby Thompson, all those guys hung around together from the Nashville and Chattanooga area. And when I got that banjo when I was 10, for my 10th birthday, I couldn't find a teacher, so Freddie came over, set up my banjo. You have to have everything set up right, and he taught me what we call the roll patterns, the right hand.
You're using a thumb pick, and the first and second finger have metal finger picks on it.
That's
so
correct.
give us a sample of one of the first rolls that you learned.
And this is the forward roll.
Okay.
But he showed me that, and there's four different ones.
So your thumb is alternating on the first strike.
That's right.
Right? And so you would sit down and you would watch the Batman TV show with a banjo in your lap, and you would just be practicing these rolls for hours and hours.
Yeah, it's more like Roadrunner, but
give me the forward roll slow, and then give it to me fast.
Okay, so I had 6 months with no teacher, so these were written down on a page. Play these string numbers: 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, and I would make a song out of them in tune. And I can do that. Then gets a little faster. Hey, Mom, I'm thirsty. Bring me something to drink. While I'm playing, talking, getting faster. So thank you.
And I'm guessing by then Mom left the house and didn't care if you needed something to drink, because you're just playing this thing constantly, right?
Then it turned into, son, put that banjo down and get out there. You're going to miss the bus to school.
Right.
I would get up and play an hour before I'd go to school.
Well, in the second half hour, Biscuit's going to go. Your nickname is Biscuit.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about why in the second half hour. And the second half hour, you're also going to give us another banjo lesson. But right now, to show a little bit of the diversity on the banjo, how wonderful this beautiful instrument can be, and how the different kinds of things you could play on it, Biscuit has a CD called Mountain Ruckus, and this is a Beatles song. It's an instrumental that he's going to play called Eleanor Rigby. It's Gary Biscuit Davis on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio. from a great CD called Mountain Ruckus. Eleanor Rigby, the banjo of Gary Biscuit Davis. If you want to know more about Gary, his schooling and his teaching process, where he's performing, we encourage you to visit our website at woodsongs.com. If you go to the archive page, this is show number 657. And we will tell you everything that you know about Gary Davis, as well as the next artist that we are really glad that they're here. When you first see them, it's sort of Levon Helm from the band. If he dated the Soggy Bottom Boys, would have given birth to these guys. And it was like, we were doing a show of men with beards on the show. Everybody's got a long one. But they've got great music. We're really expanding on that front porch feel with these guys. They've got a CD called The Sound of Music Volume 1. This is a great song called End Times. Please welcome our friends from Virginia, the Hackensaw Boys, on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
Once upon a time, we drank wine. Monkeys hit tobacco on the streetcar line. The streetcar broke, monkey choked, and we all went to heaven on a billy goat. On my soul got cold. I got sick and tired of waiting on another go. Banged and bruised, we're gonna cruise on a river of light, sweet cruise. Oh, the end time's coming, can't you see? Oh, the end time's coming, it's coming after you, and it's coming after me. Oh, the end time's coming, don't you know? No, the end time's coming for a body, but it can't touch soul. Sweet crew. Oh, the end time's coming, can't you see? No, the end time's coming, it's coming after you, and it's coming after me. Oh, the end time's coming, don't you know? Oh, the end time's coming for a body, but it can't touch soul.
From a CD called The Old Sound of Music Volume 1, End Times is the song. Hackensaw Boys. Let's say hi to Ben Jacobs playing upright bass. Ward Harrison was playing the acoustic guitar and singing lead, and Brian Gorby playing something called the Charismo. Those are 3 of the 6. Let's talk to Ward Harrison just for a second. Ward, let's start first with the inception of the band. You guys have been around for about a decade?
More than that, about 12 years.
About 12 years. How did you guys come together? Because I know you're sort of spread all over the country at this point, right?
We were at one time more localized. Started in Charlottesville, Virginia, in the downtown mall.
Now, expound on that. You started in the mall. What were you doing at the mall?
Well, the lineup has changed a little bit, but the core members started out busking on the mall. And as the story goes, they rehearsed a couple songs. I was not in the band at the time. They rehearsed the songs, and they went out onto the mall one day after having a handful of songs, and they put out a case in front of them, and people started putting money in it. And that was the inception.
And that's how it started. Let's talk about let's talk to the bass player for a second, Ben Jacobs. The name Hackensaw Boys. Explain to the audience the significance of the name.
The Hackensaw Boys
Really, the best man to explain all this is really David Sickman. He was the original member. I'm a relatively new addition, and he's the best storyteller.
Well, we'll pass it over then to him. Let's say hi to David Sickman there, the other
Hello.
acoustic guitar player. The name Hackensaw Boys.
Basically, I wish there was more to it than there really is. But we were just thinking about a hacksaw and the way that we're playing fast and hacking away at these things, and it's pretty much that simple: hack and saw. So we didn't want to be called Hack and Saw, so we just said Hack and Saw.
Hack and Saw.
And here we are playing for y'all and for everybody today.
Well, we're glad that you're here. Let me go back to the other side of the stage. There's a very unusual instrument on the stage, and it's called a charismo, and that's in the hands of Brian Gorby. So, Brian, tell me, for the radio audience, it looks like there's a hubcap on your chest, and connected to the chest, there's a bunch of tomato soup cans.
Well, they're actually tomato juice cans. But
tomato juice cans.
That's, a bunch of cans.
A little bigger than soup.
Yes.
Okay.
I do have a...
And there's what? There's
a soup can on there, though.
So there's different sizes, and they're mounted in front of you like top side up, and there's like what, 7 or 8 of them?
Well, there's four main cans that I play, and then there's 5 extra. Little
so you're
fillers.
a man with 9 cans.
Yeah.
Is what you are.
I also play a small drum kit as well,
Right.
but we didn't bring it tonight.
Well, let's talk about first the name charismo. Where'd it come from for this instrument here?
Well. It just kind of got passed down from Justin Newhart, who is the one who came up with this instrument. There's really no, answer. I don't really know where the name came about from. It's just, just a bunch of junk that he
literally
pushed together.
It's a play on the word charismatic.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. So you have this hubcap strapped to you, and then on the bottom of the hubcap you have these 4 large cans and 5 smaller ones.
Yes, sir.
Give us a rousing percussive solo of the charismo. Why don't you? So we get the sound of just this thing. Brian Gorby.
Thank you.
The charisma as part of the makeup of the Hackensaw Boys. We're going to introduce the other 2 guys in the band as the second half hour rolls around, but they're going to do a song that's a treat for the WoodSongs audience because it's unreleased anywhere. And Ferd, the fiddle player, wrote this particular piece. It's called Flora, and it's by the Hackensaw Boys on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
was there. Said now I'm headed homeward, and them folks I long to see. I love to see my Flora.
Song called Flora by the Hackensaw Boys. And before we get into the mid-break, I want to invite Sean Galbraith to come forward to the microphone, the banjo player for the Hackensaw Boys. Now, we were talking to Biscuit Davis. We're going to get to him in the second half hour, and he was doing a three-finger roll. You were doing something really different from him on the banjo. You've got a single finger pick on
Correct.
On your first finger.
Worn backwards.
Right. Worn the...
As they say.
Upside down.
It's forwards for me.
Right.
It's backwards for the rest of the
And that's
bluegrass
all you
band.
have. You don't have thumb picks or anything else. And you're doing sort of a claw hammer with a metal finger pick. So give us the sound of what you were doing. There you go. That's pretty. In the second half hour of the show, we're going to be going ahead and let Sean and Biscuit are going to get together, and they're going to do a duet on the two banjos. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk to Biscuit more about his background or how he became so proficient at the banjo. We've got a lot of music, a lot of conversation yet to go. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is Charlie Lubin. You're exploring the world of grassroots music with folk singer Michael Jonathan on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And there's our friend, the late, great Charlie Lubin. We certainly miss Charlie. We are here with wonderful music coming to you from the historic Kentucky Theater in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, broadcasting worldwide. We are sort of celebrating the front porch of grassroots music with the artists on our show, and we have a very, very fine banjo player here today. He's got a CD called Banjos and Backroads, Volume 2, and this is an old-timey song that everybody's going to recognize the melody of. It's an instrumental called Won't You Come Home, Bill Bailey. It's Gary Biscuit Davis on the WoodSongs. Old Time Radio. Gary Biscuit Davis, I can hear banjo wannabes all over the listening audience, packing up their banjos, closing the case, and putting them in the closet after listening to you. And that's not what you want. You want them to get excited and be encouraged by what they hear from you.
Just the opposite. I want them to have the same influence I had. I want you to hear that excitement in the music and go, wow, that sounds fun. And then go get you a banjo, get the thing back out from under the bed, and start practicing the rolls like I did, you know?
All right, so what are the basic rolls of Bill Bailey, the song that you just did? You showed us the forward roll before, then you got disgustingly fast with it. All right, what are the rolls that you're doing here?
Well, it's after you learn all those different patterns.
Let's explain to the audience what a roll is first.
It's the right hand pattern of strings. Like the forward roll I was talking about, the pattern with your fingers is, we call it the Tim roll, T-I-M, thumb, index, and then middle. Each string is done individually. Thumb, index, middle. We just go faster than I can say it.
So you're doing that pattern, but just horribly fast.
Yeah, but then there's 4 or 5 other patterns.
So give us a different pattern.
The T-I-T-M, the alternating thumb roll. That kind of roll.
That's almost like a drop thumb.
Yeah, and then you hear that. It's like a guitar playing.
Right. So can you alternate? Can you alternate the forward roll with that one?
Yeah. Now the one is in 3, and the other is in 4 beats. So it's
I don't care. Can you do it?
I've been known to. Let's not always with success.
Yeah. So your recommendation to any new banjo players to sort of do what you did, just learn a basic roll. You're not doing a lot of stuff with your left hand. Do the basic roll with your right hand. Just learn to do it fast.
Right. The idea is to practice something. It's not everybody plays fast. Playing fast isn't the best thing, but if you can own the fastest car in the world, but the speed limit's 35, you're going to look real good going 35. So that's my analogy for the rolls.
Right. Play a ballad when at all possible.
Yes.
Well, let's get back into your music. You've got another CD called A Collection, and this is a song I think you're going to get a little more tender with. It's called How Great Thou Art. It's Gary Biscuit Davis on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio. Perfect. Good example of playing the song that fast. Gary Biscuit Davis, if you want to know more about Gary and his music, his banjo playing style, even being able to learn the banjo from him, we encourage you to visit woodsongs.com, click on the archive page. This is show number 657. We'll let you know everything you need to know about Biscuit, as well as these guys. They've got a CD called Keep It Simple, and this is a tune written by David Sickman, the guitar player. It's called Smilin' Must Mean Something. It's the Hackensaw Boys on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
Today I had a close one. Today I saw it clear. Today I had a close one. Today I sensed it there. Today I sensed it there. Yesterday I walked alone. Yesterday I walked in fear. Yesterday I walked alone. Yesterday I sensed it there. Yesterday I sensed it there. I could feel you looking, and I know you are. And I can't say what's best now, but your smiling must mean something. Smiling must mean something. You tried to hold a hand. You said you tried to make it work. You tried to hold on to something. All that trying just left you hurting. All that trying just left you hurting. All that trying just left you hurting. And I could feel you looking. I know you are. And I can't say what's best now, but your smiling must mean something. 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 One more time. Smiling must mean something. Y'all can help us out. Smiling must mean something. Smiling must mean something.
From their CD, Keep It Simple, it's the Hackensaw Boys, and we've said hello to everybody in the band except for the fiddle player. Let's say hi to Ferd Moisey. Did I say that right?
It's Moise.
Moise,
Where
okay.
I come from. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And it's Ferd, not Fred.
That is correct
right.
as well.
This is your second time visiting our show?
It is.
You were
Glad,
here with...
Thanks for having me.
We're all glad you're here. So now... You're the fiddle player, and of course we spend a lot of time talking about fretted instruments, and we don't spend a lot of time with things like the upright bass or the fiddle. So, so give me, how old were you when you started playing?
The fiddle?
Yeah. Were you just?
I must have been 23 or 24 years young.
So you're just about a year or two.
Yeah, I went to. Yeah.
But you're like you're just a super fine down home front porch player. Give me 30 seconds of just a fun fiddle and hoedown.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Great Dane.
There you go.
Something like that.
Good job. So all together, they're the Hackensaw Boys, and they got another CD called Look Out. This is a tune called FDR. So give it to them again. It's the Hackensaw Boys on the WoodSongs. Old Time Radio.
All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Should have known you won't fly down your ground. You got to get it on your own. Go get it on your own. You got to get on your own. Let me tell you.
Sean, Ferd, David, Ben, Ward, and Brian, the Hackensaw Boys. Weren't we glad that they came on our big show celebrating old-time front porch music? And we've got a bit of a treat for you. What we want is for Sean Galbraith, the banjo player with the Hackensaw Boys, to come forward with the one and only Gary Biscuit Davis. And you guys are going to be playing a tune that Earl Scruggs did, right? Sean, right?
This is called Ground Speed.
Okay, it's Sean and Biscuit on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio Hour. Light it up. Sean Galbraith from the Hackensaw Boys, Gary Biscuit Davis, weren't they great? Good playing. On this show, we were celebrating the spirit and the passion of the front porch that used to be where hometowns and communities got to know each other. It's where neighbors got to be neighbors. It's where people got to pick and sing and play their banjos and their fiddles. And then, lo and behold, two things were introduced into our culture, air conditioning and television, and everybody moved inside. And they left the front porch. And you know what? Now, when you go down through suburban developments and stuff, you know what you notice? People don't even have front porches anymore. They don't even build front porches on the houses anymore. People they live in communities or neighborhoods and apartment buildings and condos. They don't even know who their neighbors are. And so here's something that I would like you to think. If you're a musician, if you play the banjo, if you play the guitar, if you're a fiddle player, a cello player, even if you play the keyboards or whatever you do, if you write poetry and you like to recite poetry, whatever your art form is, I want you to take your three little chords in the truth. I want you to go to a school, an old folks' home, a children's hospital, anywhere you can be a good neighbor with your music, play for 30 minutes for free, and give a wonderful front porch gift to somebody. You can do it. It's in your power. You're a musician and you're an artist. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer and I'm a tree hugger. We'll see you next week on the WoodSongs. Good night.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 657. Michael's opening song was Flowers from the Ravenwood CD.
Our chief engineer is Kevin Johnson. Technical assistants are Brian Klossing, Brandon Eves, Eric.
Thank you for tuning in. There are so many talented artists that appear on our stage. It's very hard sometimes to pick the ones that appear on our TV broadcast. So what we're going to do is leave you with a performance from our huge online archive of past shows. We'll see you next time on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Please welcome the Avid Brothers to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I keep telling myself that it'll be fine. You can't make everybody happy all of the time. But I found myself in a place that I've never been, a place that I thought that I could never be. There's people looking back at me. I keep having this dream. I'm at a party, there's people throwing drinks and screaming, telling me that I don't belong. Lately life's been the same. I find this comfortable place with all my friends, and then my friends start telling me that I've always been wrong. Yes, I am. There was a time I could move, there was a time I could breathe. Through crowded spaces filled with angry faces, it didn't once cross my mind. With paranoia in my heels, but you love me still. When we awaken, you find that the sanity is gone from my eyes. Yeah! I got secrets from you, you got secrets from me, because you're so worried about what I'm gonna think. Baby, I'm worried too. But if love is a game, girl, then you're gonna win. I'll spend the rest of my life bringing victory in, if you want me to.
television broadcast of WoodSongs Old-Time Radio Hour is made possible in part by the Lexington Convention and Visitors Bureau, providing information to families, conventions, and vacationers to visit the horse farms, bourbon trails, and music of Lexington and Central Kentucky. Online at visitlex.com. C.F. Martin and Company, makers of handcrafted American-made Martin guitars since 1833. American Recordable Media, manufacturing CDs, DVD, and more for independent artists worldwide. Insight Communications, providers of cable, telephone, high-definition television, and broadband internet service.